Alright, I got the parking lot to myself for the moment, and so I just wanted to talk about a little exercising that I've been getting into. I'd say just only for less than a week. It's pretty new to me, so I'll share it. And I mean, I like it. I could see myself doing this for the rest of my life. We'll see how things turn out. So I sit in my car a lot and develop those problems which involve the sitting too much. And I need to reverse that. Over time, the digestion was going bad, and it still is. I mean, I think I got permanent damage. And also this knee was going bad. Okay, and it's still just, I could feel the tenderness. I still can't step up on things very easily. I have to shift my weight forward more and push off with this leg. But I've been able to do this exercise without too much pain. And this really gets me winded. All right, it's just a simple lunge. Throw the stick up, stick down, and just lunge back and forth. When I want to breathe heavy, this really helps. And it's so new to me that I've been working my legs a lot more with the Spanish squat, which is actually a lot easier than doing this. But I can still feel the burn. It just takes a little longer on the Spanish squat. But this, since it's so new, I'm feeling a fatigue in my arms because I'm trying to separate this stick. And so I get the fatigue in my shoulders trying to pull the stick apart. But also, it's like jumping. It feels good, like a really safe jump to do, pushing back. Man, I get tired so easy. I should be able to do this for minutes and minutes. But I am noticing that my bicycling is improving by doing more of these lunges. So that's good. Bicycling is easier than doing this. And I can breathe better with this because I'm able to stand up erect and hold my chest out and breathe. While bicycling, I'm burping and puking, being all hunched over, tightening all the organs. I've been bicycling like that for years. And I mean, there's no other way to bicycle. Condensing the organs. And so with this, I'm opening up my organs, opening up the chest, and just holding the stick like this in between is a pretty good chest opener as well. I was actually going right to this. When I first started doing the lunges, I was only holding the stick down, just doing this. And I like this a lot, but it's gravitated now into a more complicated lunge. When I was doing this, and sometimes my back would crack on me when I do it, and then afterward, hold the stick above my head and just get as deep a breath as I can. I still I still struggle with deep breaths from time to time. This is bringing some relief, but it's not the cure-all. Felt a little crack. But this little lunge exercise with a stick, it feels a lot better doing a lunge with a stick, because I got something to do with my hands. I don't think I was getting into it as much with just my hands dangling. This is kind of a boring, the hands-free lunge is boring. And it's troubling carrying weight. I can't carry weight in this car. It costs me more gas money. I could go for a longer stick, because sometimes when I get tired or just lose my balance, I can catch myself on the down and brace. If I had a longer stick, this is only 5'2". I could go for 5'3", definitely, but if I had a bigger vehicle, I'd definitely consider a 6 or 7 foot stick. I don't need that length for holding it above my head, but if I had a much longer stick, figure out where the center is and then have a perfect center, and then I could catch myself down here. Instead, with a 5'2", I gotta fall down a little bit more, almost to the point where my hands touch the ground, but they don't. So the stick is providing some benefit if I do lose my balance. So it's a balancing stick. It's an upper body exercising stick. It just gives some bearing. And see that burp that I just had, stuff came up, and if I was bicycling it'd be a lot worse, but since I'm more erect, it can come up and go straight down rather than cause problems up here. And I burp so much, getting older, and the stress of life, the lack of proper exercise, because this is a new one for me. My knee feels great doing this. My knee feels great bicycling now. So I don't want to stop this. I injure myself, and then I find things that I can do to recover from that injury. And it's taken me a long time. I was injuring it even more after getting frustrated by doing the step ups. I was trying to step up on things more, trying to fight through the pain and just making things worse. Really, when I should be doing this, I should have been doing this the whole time. But I didn't know. That's the thing. It's like, I don't really want to go back to my younger self and have to go through all this discovery again about what works for me, because all the suggestions on the internet don't help. The Spanish squats was useful, interesting, but they never actually offered the solution of tying a string against your wheel hub and then using a stick. That suggestion's never in the books on the internet. This suggestion's never on the internet. Where do you see people doing lunges with a walking stick? You don't. People just don't have the same problems as me. I can't relate to anybody. Alright. So I gotta figure things out in my own way. So sometimes I like to switch it up too, and just, instead of kick back or instead of kick forward or whatever, I do the lunge in a different way. I could also walk back and forth. But this is kind of the easier lunge. It's a little more controlled, not as jumpy. You got the jump lunge, and then the controlled lunge. And they feel like they work muscles differently. I mean, it looks like they should. Feels like they do. But yeah, I'm breathing heavy. This is getting the blood growing, the sweat flowing, the lungs breathing. And I really, really like this. And then the in-between, just open up the chest. This way or this way. I wish I had a stick in football during sprints. I wish I could just, after each sprint, come over and grab a nice long stick and just open things up. Because it feels good to recover like this, opening things up, as opposed to just walking around. I'm not happy with walking around with just my arms dangling anymore. I much prefer the stick. So I come out to these areas, these nice ice. I just felt some cracking there. I'm constantly getting out of position in my back. Constantly got to work it back. But yeah, I come out to these remote areas just so I can do my silly exercises that will draw attention. The lunge jump will draw attention, and then I'm figuring out that I could do a little side oblique work. I do this, okay, try to hit them abs good, but in between this, okay, do both sides. I do it longer and go for a walk or something, or just kind of stand and just walk in place. I'll also do a bit of this too, a little side to side in between that twist, and I'll feel it in the obliques. So it's a little supplement. It's an in between. And I just ate. I had a big meal. That's why I'm burping a lot. So I'm gonna stop it here.